feel so cold right now? No, I mean, I feel empty. I feel sad. Sometimes I think, what's the fucking point in all this? This living life thing. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill myself or anything. Sometimes I fantasize about it. Like how I do it. The easiest way and the most painless way and the most dramatic way. Maybe wonder if the coroner would think I was pretty. What are you thinking about now? I'm just playing it out in my mind. It's not worth it. I want to change the world. That's the problem. Do you know the burden of wanting something so big? Dad said I could do anything I set my mind to. He said I could save the world if I wanted. But I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm no closer to making the world a better place. And then the older I get, the bigger the world feels and the bigger the world's problems become and then the harder it is to fix them. The world can be overwhelming. Yeah, I guess. Do you have Twitter? No. If an ant had a pet, what would it be? A flea? Okay, a flea. Twitter makes me feel like an ant's pet flea. Makes me think I can't possibly do anything to make a change. Humans are fucked. We're greedy and we're selfish and we're ignorant and we're slobs. And we're given these amazing vessels that work like a well-oiled machine. We start off with everything working right, hearts that beat right, eyes that see right, joints that work in their sockets right, and ears that find the teeniest, tiniest vibrations and then send signals to the brain and then convert them into sound. I mean, we're fucking incredible. The potential we're given as babies, and then we take this potential and we fuck it up. We fill our lungs with tar and we make ourselves stupid with drugs. And why the fuck are people still eating McDonald's? It's not even food. I'm really whining today, aren't I? How are you sleeping? Not really. I worry that while I'm asleep, people are awake doing things with their lives, and what am I doing? Sleeping. It feels like a waste of time. What do you think they're doing while you're awake? I don't know. Probably inventing new things in their sleep. New ways to brainwash consumers into thinking their burgers are good for them. I don't know. Sleeping, I guess, but I can't sleep. That's the problem. I can't get a good night's sleep. My mind won't rest. I'm thinking about the dolphins and the whales and the corn-fed cows and the Great Pacific Tip and carbon and fracking and what to eat and what not to eat, and do I do yoga or Zumba or Pilates or all three, and what's enough and how much is too much. I worked myself into such a state last night I had to watch the Justin Bieber film just to switch off. I feel crazy sometimes. The other day I had a meltdown in the supermarket. Is that normal? What happened? Well, I was shopping and I was having some trouble finding the quinoa. So I asked this guy to help me and then we tried to find it, but we still couldn't find it. And so he had to go out the back, and 5 minutes later he came back with a packet of quinoa. And then he wanted to know what it tasted like because he'd never tried it. And so I told him it's kind of crunchy with not much taste, but if you add things to it, it's quite yummy and high in protein. And he said he'd give it a go, and I felt good, you know, because he looked like he needed some whole foods in his life. And then it occurred to me, I'm supposed to be cutting down on plastic. And everything in my basket is wrapped in plastic, even the cauliflower. So I stood there for ages trying to work out what to do. Do I ignore the voice inside my head screaming, "No plastic!" and proceed to the checkout, or put everything back? And then I just felt so overwhelmed I started crying, like really badly, just sobbed and sobbed until I had no choice. I had to leave my basket full of food in the supermarket and go outside because I was starting to sound like a hyperventilating donkey, and I was snotty and people were getting concerned. So? So what? Am I crazy? Choice can be daunting. Well, do your other clients talk about this shit? What shit? Fantasizing about their funerals and crying in supermarkets. We all have our highs and lows. Well, who's hogging the highs? I just want to feel like I did when I was 6. The only thing I got upset about was having to eat soggy Weet Bix. What about medication? Have you thought any more about medication? I don't think antidepressants are the answer. Besides, I don't want to lose my libido. I'm too young. What about friends? Do you see much of them? I'd like to. But it's almost too much of an effort to explain it to them. Explain what exactly? The way I feel. It's not a tangible low. It's a whole lot of different lows. I can't call them up and say, "Hey, I've been feeling really low lately, but don't ask me what about," because I don't know. And Facebook tricks me into thinking I've seen them. I found out my best friend was pregnant from her status update. I mean, I can't work out if Facebook is a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, I'm online, I'm connected, but I feel so disconnected. And I waste time looking at photos of people I've never met And chatting to people I vaguely met one day ages ago at some random party or event in some town or place who I probably didn't like then, but they're chatting to me, so I chat back, even though I'm not really interested in what they're eating for lunch or what they're supposed to be doing at work. I mean, it definitely feels like a bad thing, this Facebook, but it must be a good thing. Otherwise, why is the whole world living their lives through it? Are you on it? God, no. What about your kids? Do you have kids? We're not here to talk about me, remember? Oh, come on, I've told you everything about me. No, I don't have kids. I can't have kids. Oh. Well, I suppose that's a good thing. Everyone's saying the world's so overpopulated. I'd be happy with just the one. A daughter. Any names in mind? Probably Banana. Or maybe people will be naming their kids after stationery by then. Maybe Envelope. Envelope. I have to go to the toilet. Why is Van Gogh in your bathroom? Oh, I like him. Well, shouldn't you have a picture of someone sane? Time's nearly up. How are you feeling? A little less tense? A little lighter, perhaps? I do feel a little bit lighter. But maybe it's because I just emptied my bladder. I mean, we haven't really solved anything here. When I go back to the supermarket, the cauliflower's still going to be wrapped in plastic. Well, I can't change that. Well, can I have my money back then? No. But I can help you redefine your expectations, which is where I think the problem lays. I'm not sure I know what you mean by that. You think you're the only one whose father told her she could change the world? I've got news for you, Jackie. Fathers have to say that to their children. It's in the rule book. No one expects you to take it seriously. What are you writing? Your prescription. Go home, buy a packet of Kleenex, get a romantic comedy and bury your head in the sand. What is this? Permission to let go whenever you feel the pressure. If I wanted a get out of jail free card, I would have stolen one from the Monopoly set. I don't think you understand. I'm going through something here. It's big. And you'll keep going through it until you get to the other side. And Jackie, enough is when you're tired, okay? And you rest when you're tired. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to go and see a film or bake a cake or visit your grandmother. You're allowed to have a life, Jackie. You're 25, not 90. And I get it. It's like a big pat on the back, eh? Yeah, you mean something. Stick around. That's why we do it. Do what? Fantasize about our funerals. Feels good. All those people bawling over us. Who do you talk to? What do you mean, talk to? Like vent to? Like bang on to? My therapist. Your therapist? You have a therapist? And who does she talk to? I'd say her therapist. That is so weird. I wonder if my yoga teacher has a yoga teacher. I'd say so. Yeah, right. So just to be clear, I'm okay, right? Are you hearing voices inside your head other than your own? Just my own. And yours, of course. Well, then you're fine. That's relief.